Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Raga, Kodash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, a great millstone, rule well, taught us his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, as preach his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hope for the lake and the sparkle bird, and want to see shalom. So just want to get into this quick lesson. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring out this scripture real quick before I get into it. All right, because these are the signs and times that we're living into, and it's very, very beautiful. And also, this lesson is also given by inspiration of the times that we're living in, and YouTube had taken down one of my videos of us, Slakia, of me titling, we're praying that these tensions escalate, right? And so they end up taking that down, being butthurt. But these are the signs and times that we in, and we're at the end. A Yahweh Ratazah, we at the end of this thing, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You can go to your enchanters, Satan, call up Satan, which you're going to learn the hard way, or you finding out the hard way that Satan the whole time works for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so he ain't answering the phone. He ain't answering your calls no more, man. But I'm going to get this scripture real quick, and then, I'll show my little backdrops again. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or what shall the end be of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So Ezra is inquiring the signs of the times. Was hey, when we gonna get the kingdom, Lord? When we gonna get the kingdom? And Ezra, and just like some of the other prophets, may be back here today, praising the Lord, and back in a past life, just were hoping to see us in power, man. All right. And now we're in that time where Yahweh Ratazah with those men, that power is coming. The kingdom of heaven is coming. That rest is coming, man. All right. Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau. All right, because they were fighting in the womb. And Esau, was like, man, I got to get the heck up out of here. And you go into the account, it says one nation shall be stronger than the other. That's through all aspects, spiritually, mentally, physically, all aspects of life, right? And we held the hill, showing you that this man is going to rule for a short amount of time. And then we got next, as we'll get, all right? Matter of fact, you have the saying in the world, well, the account or story, I should say, in the world, the Achilles heel. You hit somebody in Achilles, or you'll snap your Achilles and you down, all right? Takes a long time to heal from that. Well, that's what's happening with Esau Edom. His heel is being taken out, right? So let's get it, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Slakia. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So once again, Esau, Edom, this is his time to rule. It's his time to shine, all right? Which this is a very, very wicked ass ruler. And next, we got next, all right? And there's nothing that you can do about it. So, I got these little backdrops I want to, just read real quick. U.S. stock market sees biggest daily drop in nearly 2 years. It's just showing you the times that we living in, with pretty much, give me 1 second. There we go. So pretty much it's showing you the times that we living in, where this man is getting ready to implement the MOTB. All right. As stock market crashes and the U.S. facing a new financial crisis. Yes. All right. It's going to be hard out here. It's going to be crazy out here, man. And if you're not spiritually in tune with the Yahweh Shem Shai, it's going to be even worse for you, man. That's why you got to make your call and election sure and do what you're supposed to be doing. Stay on your grind. All right. Prophesying, preaching this word, doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Because, it's about to be ugly out here, man. Got another one. I brought this out earlier in one of my lessons a couple weeks ago when we had that internet outage again, if I'm not mistaken, that little blackout. And this happened pretty much around the same time when that blackout happened, pretty much to overshadow, the courts finding the issues, the big noses, guilty of apartheid. All right. And you go into pretty much the definition of being guilty of apartheid. You really have to give that other nation reparations. All right. You have to pretty much assist that nation, man. You're guilty of war crimes. And with, this man being found guilty of all that, what does he do? Instead of complying, he's initiating more war. And his infinite wisdom, all right, his high IQ, which he's controlled by Yahweh Shem Shai anyways, all right. Hey, matter of fact, the Lord calls them the base men, just roughly paraphrasing the scripture. In his infinite wisdom, he's actually initiating more war and having the other nations gear up to destroy this man. All right. So instead of reimbursing these people, helping these people out, you're showing your true horns. All right. The scriptures say the least of the flock should draw them out. Just roughly paraphrasing. All right. And who's the least of the flock? That's Amalek, the chief tribe of Esau, Edom. Okay. He's moving very, very wickedly. Hey, he's showing his horns. All right. The whole world is seeing who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's Luke 21 and verse 23. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. Right now, this happened in 70 AD, but we do know the scriptures speak of there's nothing new under the sun. So with Satan, not answering their call, just me speaking as a man, not listening to him anymore, then finding out the hard way that Satan works for Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord is going to give this man free reign to attack our people again. And that's why you got to make your call and election sure and do what you're supposed to do. Rather in death or the Lord take care of you, you'll be the first fruits of the kingdom. You'll be able to see this man being taken down. While everybody else, they're going to be destroyed. Once again, there's nothing new under the sun. This happened in 70 AD. And very, very similar acts are going to happen again. All right, that the Lord is going to give free reign unto Esau, Edom, to attack our people. That sword being furbished, sharpened. All right, Luke 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led away captive into all nations. This happened unto us. All right, we were led captive into all nations. You get the book Babylon to Timbuktu. It also elaborates how Jake went into other parts of Africa, West Africa, and so, to escape Roman persecution. All right, who was the Romans? The Edomites. All right, here it is. These people are claiming to be the Romans, the Greeks, and the Jews. All right. Come on, just madness, man. Now we do know, according to our scriptures as well. All right. The Gentiles that mainly the New Testament is speaking of is our people in a Gentile state of mind. They were calling themselves, Romans, Greeks. A lot of them was in a Gentile state of mind. And so the Lord called us out of that madness and, pretty much raised the spirit and let them know, hey, you Israelites. So that's a different story. It's just that Esau Edom. And this time, hey, he's everybody. He's running. Hey, the scriptures speak of he's a vagabond. He's running from his judgment. He wants to be everybody else except for Esau Edom. All right, Luke 21 and verse 24, and they shall fall slightly. Just read that. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So the Lord has a set time, date, and frame in which this man is going to be taken out of power. So you were supposed to reign and rule when the Lord comes back. All right. When the Lord reigns and rule, Slakia, when you reign and rule and the Lord cracks that sky, that's it, man. All right. That's it. We got next. All right. As I get right here, Job 14 and verse 4, who can bring a clean thing? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. I like bringing this scripture out with Job 14 and verse 5, because this man in this kingdom, so-called gives our people a license to sin. He puts all these chemicals and also pork and other abominable stuff that we should not be eating according to the law in our foods. The scriptures speak of we shall eat our defiled bread with the heathens, right? So, and then this man's rulership, you can eat anything, man. You got that do what thy will spirit running rampant out here, and the Lord's not with that. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Now has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the Lord has a set time, date, and frame where this man was supposed to reign and rule, and then the Lord's going to kick him out of power. All right? Let me get this right here. Deuteronomy 25, verse 18. Slack it, verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, and our people have forgot that. Here it is, especially in this kingdom. A lot of them still look at him as an enemy, but a lot of them are still swayed in that Christianity spirit. And, they want to be all buddy, holding hands with them. Well, the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. All right. And so a lot of them have to learn the hard way when this is a commandment. Remember what this man did unto you. Right? Because the Lord has remembered. Read Revelation 18. The Lord has remembered what this man has done. Matter of fact, his sins has reached up into heaven. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindsmote of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, because that's his type of spirit. Last week, it's like your last camp, I should say, we had encountered this Edomite, and I believe through the spirit, and he was one of those Edomites, just weak, just weak, man. Here it is, you all the way across the block, and you wouldn't meet us face to face to talk your smack. Why? Because you're weak. All right. Now, if you see a whole bunch of weaker Jakes, the feeble of our people, that's when you get with us, and that's how Esau Edom moves. Right. Once again, going back to the scripture, it says that one nation shall be stronger than the other. All right, and he knows that. He can't beat us one-on-one. He gotta go after the weak and feeble. All right. But it is what it is. The Lord has remembered what you have done unto us, and payback is coming. That's probably another reason why they took down one of my videos, man. They don't want to hear that payback is coming. Well, it is what it is, man. It's nothing that you can do. You can get rid of all the videos or whatever, but you're going to find out the hard way that there's nothing that you can do about it. All right? That were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, he feared not power. The scriptures speak of he was the first of the nations, the first ones to come up against us, man. Here it is. The Lord has done all these great signs and wonders. And this man, he's like, man, I'm going to get these people, man. Therefore it shall be, when Yahweh thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, and the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. All right, because that's coming, man. The stock market crashing. All right. Israel. It's like the big noses showing their horns. All right. These are signs that, our kingdom is around the corner. The other nations gearing up for war. If I'm not mistaken, Putin giving countries some more nuclear missiles to fight the issues, man. Which he's also with the program as well. If I'm not mistaken, I saw earlier today that he's going to be implementing MOTB as well. So how can this man, Assad and all you other camps that are speaking that that Russia is going to come back in power? Like, that's madness, man. All right, that is madness. Because the Lord is not setting up in the kingdom where people's going to have the MOTB in them. All right, that's not going to be the case. Plus, we going to have power. All right, we going to have power. Come on, man, just madness. Let's see. That thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Abimelech from under the heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. All right. What's that going to happen? What's going to happen with that? He's going to be gathered together. As you read in the book of Obadiah, he's going to be gathered together, going to be burnt up, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. All right. So the Lord said, don't forget what this man has done unto you. So us seeing these other nations gearing up for war, gearing up to attack these people, seeing that Babylon the Great is aligned with these people. All right, so the other nations like, bet, I see you. I see you. That's why they made, in the video that they took down, they other nations had made a propaganda video, showing them gearing up for war, showing them shooting off those missiles. All right. Get this right here. Psalms 44 verse 6. For I'm not trusting my bow, neither shall my sword save me. All right. In the New Living Translation, I do not trust in my bow. I do not count on my sword to save me. Why? Because we're spiritual. We do not move carnal out here. We trust in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem El Shai to save us and deliver us. As we read, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. You see, so we're coming in times, which is very, very beautiful, that our enemies that hate us are going to be put to shame, especially in the midst of World War III, where Russia and all these other nations thinking that they got next. No, you about to be put to shame. In power, we boast all the day long and praise thy name forever. Salah. You see that? We praise his name forever. We boast in him all the day long because these signs, once again, the stock market crashing, which is going to show you, which eventually Esau, Edom is going to implement the MOTB, the other nations gearing up for war. All right. Through the actions of the big noses. You haven't united the other Muslim countries. All right. The Arab and Muslim countries, they coming up against you. Hey, we got next, man. Hey, beautiful times. let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. Psalms 44 and verse 5. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against it. That's coming, man. Spiritual power is coming, man. Now the scriptures say, wait ye upon the Lord. So we don't move carnally out here, man. Because carnal minded is death. To be carnally minded is death. All right. So you move spiritually out here. When the Lord blows that trumpet, when the enemy comes in like the flood, and the Lord gives you that spiritual power, when the Lord cracks that sky, gives you that spiritual power, those new bodies, yeah, that's when this is going to happen, man. All right. He delighted not in the strength of the horses. He taketh not pleasure in the legs of men. All right. So no matter how strong you are, how buff you are, all right, in shape you are, that doesn't matter. What matters is the spirit. What matters is you trusting in the Lord. All right. What matters is you trusting in the Lord, because then the Lord say, those that are feeble among you shall be as David. Read the accounts of what David did. Hey, our people, that's how even though a lot of this rap music is a bunch of garbage and stuff, but it's how you spiritually can tell that our people are Jakes, man, or the true people of the Lord. Because in this rap music, they always singing about killing their enemies. Well, our people was singing about killing them Hamites, man. What do you say? Saul the thousands, and David the tens of thousands. Just roughly paraphrasing, just roughly paraphrasing the scriptures. They said David killed tens of thousands, man. All right. Read about the acts that David had did unto the heathens, man. Put them on the foot. And the Lord said, you're going to be like him and more. All right. Because then the Lord say that greater works ye shall do, just roughly paraphrasing. Right. Yahushua did so many works, man, that, if they had put a whole account of all the works that Yahushua had did, they wouldn't fit, it wouldn't fit in this Bible. It will pretty much get away from the message, I should say. All right. All the people that he healed, all the miracles that he did. And the Lord said, you're going to do greater works than him when he was on the scene? Come on, man. Hey, we got nothing to lose. We got everything to gain. All right. Let's see. Verse 11. The Lord Yahweh shall take a pleasure in them that fear him, and those that hope in his mercy. You see that? So it's all about the spirit. It's all about you making your call and election sure. Right? You're not playing around with the Lord. You doing what the Lord told you to do. All right? You fear him, and Yahweh desire you're one of those men. You're going to get that power. All right? And I'm pretty much going to get this, and I'll probably close out, though. But for the 2/3, let's read this right here. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteousness and forsaken the Lord. All right? We out there on the highways and byways. Jake don't want to listen, but Esau Edom lately, or what appears to be, Edomites, they rather take heed, or they rather, come up and talk to us than Jake, So a lot of you Jakes are going to be put in a bad position, Got me still thinking about this Jake like a couple months ago that was driving by and said, nobody wants to hear that shit. All right, let's see what's going to happen for you, man. What happened to you? For whosoever despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. Right? You may not think that you're miserable, but you about to see. When the Lord lay hands upon you, you about to see. And the hope is vain and labors unfruitful. No matter what position that you are in this world, you may be doing good in this world. But hey, when the Lord lay hands on you, you about to see. And the work's unprofitable. I did all these things. I did all this charity. It's unprofitable, man. All right. The Lord said, be mindful who you give to. All right. The wise are foolish and their children wicked. All right. Then they say sin. It's like a rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. And what's you supposed to do unto a witch and a warlock? Put them to death. All right. That's what's going to happen to the 2/3 of our people. Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of the soul. So yeah, when the Lord lay hands on you, you're going to be wishing that you took heed. I believe the scriptures speak of, gainsayers. Just roughly paraphrasing, gainsayers are going to believe, And, just me speaking as a man, a lot of those gainsayers that's going to be made to believe, it's going to be too late for them when they start to believe, just as the days of Noah. They called Noah a fool while you're out there building a boat, while you're out there preaching, prophesy. It ain't going to rain. And then when the rain came, that's when you want to take heed. You see? But yeah, I'm going to close it out right there. Yahweh Ratazah is an edifying lesson. Shalom.